Hi guys. Hi. We're doing a mukbang today.
Mukbang plus like story time stuff.
She's gonna be doing most of the story time. I'm just gonna be eating here. So
enjoying the story time.
Oh, are we gonna say what we got?
Let's talk about what we have.
So you go first, because I don't know what I got.
First of all, we're eating Taco Bell. Okay.
Our favorite fast food restaurant.
Literally Taco Bell every day. Taco Bell is life. Taco Bell is everything.
Taco Bell's life. Taco Bell's love. Taco Bell's life.
And I got cheesy fiesta potatoes, but I added beef because I like beef. And then I got a quesarito. Okay.
Quesarito.
A quesarito.
That's crazy.
It's like a burrito with queso.
And a Dito.
And a Dito.
Explain what you got.
She doesn't even know.
I don't even know what
she doesn't even know what she got.
I got this combo and I don't know what it is. This is a chicken taco, I think. I think this is a burrito. And then this looks like a churro, the way it's shaped, but
it's a soft taco, I think. It's like a wrap.
It's like a wrap thing. Also, we got Dr. Pepper.
And I got a Pepsi.
So, cheers.
Let's take our first bite.
Oh yes, I'm gonna take my first bite of this. Let's do cheers. Cheers. This reminds me, you know what this reminds me of? Remember when Smosh used to do those food war videos? It reminds me of that. This is the taquito thing that Anthony had, and then you had the frosted pink sprinkled donuts, but it's potatoes.
We are Smosh.
We are Smosh.
We are the new Smosh. So good. I had this yesterday, but it's so good. I've had Taco Bell like 3 times this week, and I don't regret it.
I'm so jealous. So do you want to start your story? What's the theme?
Theme is ex-boyfriends, but I'm not talking about one of them. I'm gonna talk about the first, and I'm not gonna.
So not the most recent.
Not the most recent one.
Because he doesn't.
He doesn't deserve publicity. But
do you have code names for all of them?
First one is Feet Man.
Big toe.
I'll just list them as we go. Okay? So you guys can keep up. But first one we're starting with is Feet Man. I met Feet Man through a mutual friend. And my mutual friend's name is Blondie, let's just say. Blondie is a boy. And Blondie invited me out for Halloween with him, his friend Feet Man, and he invited a couple other friends that we have mutual from school, okay? This was my freshman year of high school. And I was like thinking nothing of it. I was like, oh, this is gonna be cool. Like pop off.
Then freshman year?
Yeah, it was my freshman year. I was like 14 at the time.
And that was your first boyfriend?
Yeah. So I meet up with them at my house, and Feet Man is wearing, first of all, Blondie's costume was a character from Fortnite, so like,
oh, this was Halloween.
This is Halloween, yes. I was the Queen of Hearts. I had been the Queen of Hearts for like
pop off.
Like the year before.
Me with cats though, because I've been a cat for like 5 years straight.
I reuse Halloween costumes. Don't shame us. Blondie was a character from Fortnite. I was Queen of Hearts, and Feet Man was like this weird, like, I don't know what he was. He had like some kind of like creature or specimen growing out of him that I think he like made the costume himself. I'm not sure, but like pop off. I'll give you guys a physical description of him. He was kind of like my height, maybe like a few inches taller than me. He had brown curly hair, extremely skinny. Like I could like literally do this and I would wrap both of my fingers around his wrist. He was super, super skinny. He was also Puerto Rican. And honestly, it seemed like we were getting along really well. Like, I don't know, like he was talking to me a lot. And I was like, oh, that's kind of crazy. Like, cool, I guess we're like kind of hitting it off as friends. Oops, shit. A potato flew around my room before you came. Excuse the mess it made. It usually doesn't rain. It's so after everybody left, it was just me and Blondie, and we were just talking, and then eventually he went home too. And I think the day after, Feet Man requested to follow me on Snapchat.
It's the Feet Man.
It's the Feet Man for me. He requested to follow me on Snapchat, and I accepted, and we talked like without, how do I say this? Without any breaks. Like we just talked like 24/7. Like 7 days a week, like straight up. After that week was up, he asked me if I wanted to go to his house. And I was like, yeah, sure, as friends.
After the first week?
After the first week.
Ooh, fast.
I know. I didn't really think anything of it because once again, I was like young. I was like 14. So like red flags like that really didn't like register in my brain. But there was so many complications of him when he was asking me to go to his house. So many like excuses that he was bringing up. Like one, he asked me, hey, do you want to go to my house? And I was like, yes, I do. Then he was like, oh, but this, so I don't think you can. And then I was like, okay,
Why'd you say it in the first
which
place?
is it? Like, and then he was like, okay, I think you can. And then I was like, okay, then I will. And then he said something else. And just like keep making excuses until he finally was like, okay, I think you can come. And I was like, okay, fine. Can we leave it at that? And so I think, yeah, his mom picked me up, and in the car it was like him, his mom, his brother, and then it was me. I think he bought food for that day specifically. I'm not sure.
I bet it wasn't Taco Bell.
It wasn't Taco Bell. I think he like bought food from Publix.
I mean, that's good too, but not Taco Bell.
But yeah, me and his brother were like besties. Like it was really weird, but
Aren't you guys so cool?
no, we don't really talk anymore. We like fell out of contact.
I remember when we first started being friends that you guys were talking. Like, you guys were cool. Or maybe that was another brother.
I don't know. I'm always friends with the brothers.
Why are you friends with brothers?
I'm always friends with the brothers. We got there, and it was like really awkward. It was like when you first hang out with someone for the first time in person. It's like by yourselves, so it was like kind of awkward a little bit, and you need to find a way to break the ice. The person that I think really helped break the ice was his brother. His brother was like, I feel the awkwardness. I literally sense it. So he like came in. Yeah, he like came in and kept like being. He broke the awkwardness a little bit by making it. I don't know. He made it a little bit more awkward. Like I don't know how to describe it. He basically was like, oh, you like her, right? You like her. Just tell me you like her. And I was like, I was sitting in the situation just like I don't know what to do. Like, looking back on it now, I'm like, that was so ugly.
That was so weird.
That was so ugly. Like, I hated that moment.
How old's your brother?
I think he was in, like, 6th grade or 7th grade at the time.
Oh. If he was older, that would have been super weird.
So he was definitely younger than us, but, which, understandable. And Feet Man got, like, super shy. I would too.
Yeah.
That's like so uncomfortable. And then Feet Man eventually ended up coming to me and being like, yeah, I like you.
When you were in the house?
Yeah. He was like, so you want...
I kind of like you.
And then he was like, so you want to be my girlfriend? And I was like, yeah. Because at the time I liked him too.
Yeah.
But that was like my very first, like, relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Quote-unquote relationship. So, damn, that's a chalupa.
Guys.
That's a chalupa.
I don't think I've ever had a chalupa before.
Oh my god, they're so good, please. I hype them up all the time.
Oh yeah, you do.
Take a bite. Take a bite. Take a bite. Take a bite. I'm telling you! But yeah, back to the story. I said yes to him asking if I wanted to be his girlfriend. And then he drove me back home, or his mom drove me back home, and he came with me. And I'm at home, and I told my grandparents everything that happened. And they were like, oh, well, I'm happy for you. Good for you. And then he texted me and was talking. He was like, so did you tell your parents? And I was like, yeah. And then he was like, okay, cool. Good night. And guys, guess what he said after? Guess what he said after? He said, I love you. What the fuck?
That giving me flashbacks.
What?
I have lipstick on my chin.
Who says that the day someone asks you out? That is that's a red flag right there.
It was kind of understandable though. You guys are freshmen.
Yeah, but still, that's like a red flag.
Yeah.
But once again, like Sam said, we were freshmen and we were like very inexperienced. So I said it back because like I didn't know what to say. I feel like when you're put in an uncomfortable situation like that, you have no choice. You just don't have like time to process it. So that happened. Throughout that whole relationship, like the beginning, he was super nice. He would like feed me. Like he would buy food specifically for me on the days that we would hang out, and he would like feed me cheesecake. He would feed me ice cream. He would give me chocolate. He was like super sensitive because here's one of the situations that happened that like really irked me, and like I should have like ran away. This is why I call him Feet Man, because I went to his house one day for our first date. This is like the first time we hung out after him asking me out. And we are like sitting on the couch watching a movie, and the situation is like we're laying like on the couch. My feet are where his head is at, and then his feet are where my head is at.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked me to put my feet on his lap, and I was like, okay, weirdo. And I did it, and he had like a pillow over my feet, and he lifted the pillow, and the flash was on, so that's how I know he did it. But he took unsolicited pictures of my feet. Who does that?
That's so weird.
And I looked at him and I was like, did you just take a picture of my feet? And he was like, no, no, no. And he got super defensive. And then I like shut up about it. I like didn't say anything about it. I was like, okay, whatever. And I just like said I believed him. But a little bit later I was like, no, I actually really don't believe you. And he got like, he like started crying. And I was like, it's okay. Like, cause I don't know what to, like he was crying. Like, I don't know what to do. I was like, it's okay. Like, just don't do that again. Like, that's so creepy. That's like, ew.
Yeah.
And I was like, delete them. Because I didn't consent to that. And he did. Then the next time I went over to his house, obviously I was acting a little different because like,
this man took pictures of your feet.
that's like a weird situation, so I was acting a little distant.
Yeah.
For good reason. And we were like playing volleyball with his brother, and he was like, okay, I gotta go. Like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I was like, okay. Didn't come out for like 20 minutes. And so I went upstairs to go see what was up, and I went to his room. He came out and he was crying in the bathroom.
Why?
And I was like, what's wrong with you? He's like, you just like been acting like really cold with me, like really, really like different, and I don't know how to
Dude,
take
you took
it.
pictures of my feet.
And I was like, yeah. That's like
What'd you
disgusting.
expect?
Why would you do that and then expect me to act like everything is okay after? Anyway, that was like the big event in our relationship. I think that really like set it on a downward spiral.
That was only the first week.
It was only the first week. He would ask me to do really weird things, feet related. So he had a foot fetish. Like, it was apparent. He literally told me he had a foot fetish. And he told me that he wanted me to eat healthier not because of the way, not because he cared about my health, but because he cared about the way it looked. And that's like totally wrong.
That's interesting because I don't know why he was caring. He wants you to take care of your weight, but then he was giving you like cheesecake and stuff. So
Yeah.
that makes no sense.
It
It's
doesn't make
like
sense.
because you didn't like him taking pictures with his feet, so then he had to like say something rude. Cause
Yeah. And then I broke up with him. I broke up with him a couple of times. And then the last time I broke up with him, I called his mom. And I told his mom everything that he did to me. And she was so mad at him. And like apparently like yelled at him. He got in a lot of trouble with his mom. And he texted me and he was like, why would you do that? Why would you tell my mom? It's like,
because you're body shaming me and taking pictures of my feet without asking.
I literally told her that. I was like, your son is body shaming me. He took pictures of my feet. He's weird. All that stuff. He got in trouble. That relationship ended for the last time. And
Did you guys get back together?
no. Well, I broke up with him a couple of times before that. Like 2 times, and then got back together with him.
And this was all in a month.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just clarifying.
So that's like kind of the end of that story. So I'm gonna move on
Do
to...
we rate the boyfriend experience
Oh,
from a 1 to 10?
he gets a 2. And the only reason why he gets those points is because he fed me cheesecake, ice cream, and candy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Man.
Thank you, ma'am. On to the next one. So this next one, his name is... I gotta find out what his name should be. His name is gonna be... can I just call him Sublime? Because he really liked that band. When I was with Feet Man, I was kind of like... Because I was super unhappy. I was kind of like losing feelings for him. So I was eyeing another guy that went to my school. We would like walk by each other in the hallways and like catch eyes, and it was like that, like literally, like that was like weird. Like that was the first time I've ever experienced something like that, where it's like you like someone at first sight. We had gym together, and he came up to me. Yeah, he came up to me this day. I don't even remember what he said, but he was just like talking to me. He was like, "Hey, how are you?" And I was like, "I'm good." Like, what the fuck? And we played frisbee together, because it was like kind of like do whatever you want kind of thing.
Yeah.
We played frisbee. He made like the stupid joke about poop and Poseidon's kiss. I don't remember. I mean, I don't remember the joke, but I remember what it was about. And I thought it was the funniest thing in the entire world. I don't know why I thought it was so funny, but like,
Freshman year.
keep in mind, I'm still 14, and he's 17. I was leaving gym, going to my other class, and he caught up with me, and I was like, "Hey." I was like, "Hi." He was like, "Your name's Nitsa, right?" Like, he already knew my name. And I was like...
He been paying attention.
Hello? Oh, by the way, mind you guys, I got his Instagram from a person in the girls' locker room before gym. So this is after gym that he's talking to me. And he was like, "Your name's Nitsa, right?" And I was like, "Yes." And we just like started talking, and he like walked me to my last class, and he was like, "Okay, well, I'll see you later, or I'll talk to you later." And I was like, "Okay." And I was like dying inside, because I thought he was like a cutie. Like, oh, I forgot to give you a physical description. He was Cuban, and dirty blondish hair, bigger guy. Okay, yeah, that's like all I can say. He wore the same Sublime shirt like every single day of his life. That's why I'm calling him Sublime. And then that same day, remember how I said I got his Instagram from someone in the girls' locker room, and then after he was talking to me, I went home to go follow him on Instagram, and then he already requested to follow me that same day. Before, as soon as I was going to follow him, he had already requested to follow me. So
Where did you get your Instagram from?
That's what, like, how did he get
We still don't know to this day.
I don't even know. I don't remember. We started talking. We talked every single day, and winter break was coming up. So he went to a different state for winter break. We were talking that whole time. Came back to school. I was still friends with Blondie, and I used to walk around school with Blondie, like the whole school, over and over again until class started. So, and
Blondie is the friend that introduced you to Feet Guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Sublime would sit by the same like pole in front of the gym every single day and just like wait, because I guess he had like gym first, or like wrestling or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was walking with Blondie, and I was like, he's not gonna notice me.
Yeah.
And Sublime like looked at me and was like, "Hey, Nitsa," and I was like,
And I was like, just kidding, I wasn't there.
You were like, "I'm not there."
I'm not there. I wasn't there.
But yeah, I was like shaking. I was like shaking in my boots, because like I thought he was like so handsome.
Yeah.
And then I started going to him in the mornings, and we like sat down on this like little ledge that they have at the school. We sat down and we were talking, and he was like, "So do you maybe want to like hang out this weekend?" And I was like, "Sure, what you want to do?" And he was like, "I don't know, like we could figure something out, but like I just like, let's hang out." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And so I went home, and he was like, "Okay, so movie. I'm thinking movie and going out to eat, and I was like, okay, cool. And I had never been out on like.
First of all, not a good first date. Going to a movie.
I know.
Just don't have your first date be to a movie because you're not gonna talk to each other.
Yeah. Yeah, we were watching the movie, and I was just like literally freaking out. On my way to the date, I was like sweating and I was shaking and hyperventilating, and I don't know. It was my very first real date.
Yeah.
It was my very first real date, so I was like dying. And so yeah, we were watching the movie, and he put his arm around me. He did that cheesy thing. He did. And I was sitting there like, what the fuck?
That's so cringe.
And the movie was over. Then he took me to this place called Zaza's.
I haven't been there yet. Isn't that the Cuban place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought there was this. Okay, listen. I'm not shitting on him for not having money, for not being like, I would never do that. But if you're going to have a date with someone and you are offering to pay for everything, I suggest that you be prepared for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like I would never like shit on someone for not having money, but definitely be prepared for something like that because he couldn't order us separate meals. He ordered one meal for both of us. So that was like not cool.
What did you guys get?
A Cuban sandwich. I don't even remember what was in it.
You guys shared a Cuban sandwich?
Yeah, it was like cut in half or whatever. It was like this big. And
That's pretty big.
I didn't eat, like, I barely ate any of it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like it. Like, no, I'm sorry, guys, that sounds, like, fucked up, but I didn't like it. So, the date was over. We went to Target and just, like, walked around for a bit. He left early because his dad picked him up. And then I got picked up. It was, like, whatever. And I don't know why, but this relationship is, like, so, like, I only remember like bits and pieces, but I'm just gonna get to like the main situation in that relationship and why it was like bad. So the girl that I got his Instagram from.
What are we gonna call the girl?
Boo Boo.
No, you said
Boo Boo. Anyways, the girl I got his Instagram from, her name is Boo Boo. So after me and him started dating, this was a specific day that this happened, and this pissed me off. Okay, we were at the gym. We were inside the gym, and all three of us had gym together. So I'm like sitting there, I'm talking to him, and we have another one of our mutual friends, and then Boo Boo walks up.
I tell me making noises.
A Boo Boo walk up and
Boo Boo pop up.
I'm literally gonna cry, please. That is so funny. She comes up to us and she's like, I'm gonna use Sam as an example. I'm Boo Boo. And
I'm Nitsa.
And yeah, no, you're actually Sublime. I'm like right here. And she walks up to Sublime and she's like, hi, hello. And I am his girlfriend. So I'm like,
what the fuck
are you doing? What are you doing?
Stop, not here. Stop, she's right there. Stop, not there. Stop.
I'm getting mad at her. She's like a senior, and I don't care. Like, I don't care. I'm a freshman. I'm like a baby. I don't care. I was like, why are you touching him like that? Like, that's literally my boyfriend. I'm like right in front of your face. Do you know how disrespectful that is? Do you know how disrespectful it is to just be all over my boyfriend right in front of me?
The disrespect.
And she was like, you guys, your freshman has so like bad attitudes. Like all freshmen have bad attitudes or whatever. I'm like, and for good reason, because you're all over my boyfriend in front of my face. She ended up walking away. I was looking at him, I was like, what's up with
So
that?
what was that about?
What was that about? He was like, I don't know.
Don't do him like that.
Don't do something like
She touched my feet.
I'm feet man. That's the twist. I'm footman.
Mr. Feet and Mrs. Feet.
Anyways, she ended up leaving. I told her off, and that was like my first time being like a badass bitch. Okay,
Like a boss.
Anyways, this person came to my house. Sublime came to my house. The person I was dating.
I thought he never. Oh yeah, he did.
He
I was thinking about his house. Sorry.
Yeah, he came to my house, and for the first time, we watched Beauty and the Beast live action version because I was obsessed with that.
I It almost says. Wait.
Days in the sun, where my life has barely begun. Not until my whole life is done will I ever leave you.
That's the thumbnail. Like, I'm not even there.
He came to my house, we watched Beauty and the Beast. I think we also watched this horror movie called The Thing. Go look it up.
I don't have that movie.
That was like his favorite movie, apparently. I did not like it. Sorry that I did not like that movie. I'm sorry. I don't like it. I'm gonna call her Korea Boo. Sonic, he be going. He be going fast.
He be loving the Korea boobs.
He be loving the Korea Boos. She's about to fall off the bed. Okay. I need you to calm down. So he was dating her, and I was like, you were like,
You be doing the much.
I be doing the much, guys. I guess I be doing the much. Oh, I be doing the much. Oh, I be. Oh. Anyways, cut. Okay, he was dating her, and it made my blood boil. It really did. So they did it for a couple of weeks, maybe like a week, maybe like 2 weeks or something. And I don't know who suggested it, me or him, but someone suggested that we go to my house and hang out on the weekend.
Not your house.
It's always
your house.
I have to pee. So he came to my house, and he brought his like little record player. He was playing my guitar and all this stuff. He was still with this girl, Karibu. Okay, he's still with her.
I know he did.
And in my brain, I'm like, yeah, he's with her, but he's with me, you know, because he's at my house. So then we went on a walk around my neighborhood, and he was kind of being weird for someone who had a girlfriend. Like, he was like telling me that I'm cute, and he was like, I think he hugged me like either like 2 or 3 times, I think. And then when he left my house, I thought this was really weird. When he left my house.
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 I said left.
You said left.
And he texted me. He texted me like a couple of minutes after he left. And he was like, me and my girlfriend broke up.
I'm rolling away.
Oh.
She's cracking laughing.
That was my shoulder. So I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I was like trying to be supportive, but I was literally jumping up and down. I was like, yes. I was like, I was waiting for this moment. So I think guys, don't do this. This was like kind of fucked up, and I shouldn't have done this. But the very next day at school at lunch, I sat with him, and I was like, I like you. I told him that I liked him, and he didn't know what to say. And I started to get up, and I grabbed my bag, and I was about to walk away. And he was like, why are you walking away? And I was like, because I don't want to be rejected, so I'm gonna leave before you can. And he was like, but I'm not gonna reject you. And I was like, okay. And I sat back down, and I was like, so what? And he was just like, I like you too. And I was like, okay.
I like you too.
Yeah.
I like you too. I like you too. I like you too, I guess. I like you too, I guess.
And I was like, so is this a thing? And he was like, yeah, I guess this is a thing. He said, He told me that he wasn't gonna do anything today or that day. He told me he wasn't gonna go to my house. He told me he wasn't gonna go to the party. Then I saw him on Snapchat at the party, and I was upset. And I texted him, and I was like, I can't believe you did that. Like, I just can't believe, like, you just, like, lied to me, and you said you weren't gonna go, and you did. And then he was like, I can't do this anymore with you. Like, I can't be with you. And I was like, I can't be with you either. Like, it just doesn't work. So it all ended. And obviously there's things that happened in that relationship that I'm not going to be super, like, I'm not going to tell you all the details because it's, like, my personal business. But he hurt me, like, physically, and made me, like, super uncomfortable, and made me do things, like, that were just, like, it made me uncomfortable. So yeah, that's my story time plus our mukbang. They were real things that happened, and I just thought they were hilarious, so I decided to share them with you.
Yeah.
For the mukbang.
And I was just here.
To be here.
Plus, it's my house.
Yeah.
If you didn't see the different background, she hasn't been to my house in a year because of the pandemic.
Heads up. There's a kind of like a sleepover vlog, another sleepover vlog, part 2, coming your way.
So thank you guys for watching. Well, we're probably gonna do this again someday because it was fun. I had really fun doing it, even though I didn't have a story to tell.
I had really fun doing it too.
Her convincing herself. Yeah. I had fun, guys. I had really fun. Anyway, can we exit like that? Be like, bye guys. Bye guys. See you next time.